In the long, rich history of cinema, many films have been fascinated with the stories of dreams, the dreamers that pursue these dreams, and the lengths they go to turn them into a reality. Two such films that I feel like that fall under this category are David Lynch's Mulholland Drive and Satoshi Kon's The Millennium Actress. Today I want to talk about both these films not only because they are some of my favorite movies of all time, but also due to the similar themes and ideas they share, albeit from differing perspectives. So let's talk about it. Mulholland Drive presumably starts when the spotlight is given to a young, aspiring actress named Betty Elms, trying to hit the big time as she finally arrives in Hollywood to audition for a film. But then, along the way, she runs into a mysterious woman suffering from amnesia, thus leading them to go on this venture in LA to search for her enigmatic origins. Along the way, we meet a ton of oddball characters like the unlucky director, the incompetent hitman, a cowboy, and the dude from LA Noir, which makes this seem like your standard Hollywood type of movie. However, to all those who watch Mulholland Drive, this is one big lie, of course. As it turns out, Betty is actually a failing actress named Diane Selwyn, and from the very start, we were actually watching her distorted view of reality that couldn't be farther from the truth. Hollywood turns out not to be the sunlit dream world that she originally envisioned. The odd and eccentric characters we meet turns out to be exaggerated and romanticized versions of the people in Diane's real life. Some scenes would even be a direct reference to classical films such as Bergman's Persona, Hitchcock's Vertigo, and so much more, showing the power of cinema and the effect it had on Diane's life and memories. From this premise alone, David Lynch explores the concept of dreams and the effect it has on people like Diane. It's this fixation that she has for her dream that drives the film, as once we get to the actual revelation, we feel her sense of dread and longing for something long past her, something that is now long out of her reach, and is now something that is too good to be true in reality. But now, from the other side of the ocean, comes the Millennium Actress, where in this time around, it stars an old retired actress living in seclusion named Chiyoko Fujiwara as she reminisces about her career from her early beginnings all the way up to where she is now in the present. Already from the different starting point, we can see the more optimistic outlook Satoshi Kon chose to instill in his film, where he instead chooses to find beauty in the pursuit of our dreams. Just like in Diane's dream, young Chiyoko also meets an enigmatic figure that plays a major role in her journey, as the mysterious painter becomes the catalyst for her pursuit of acting in hopes of meeting him once again. This hope would also take over Chiyoko's life eventually, but what separates Chiyoko and Diane is that Kon frames her pursuit in a more positive light. Sure, the film doesn't sugarcoat the unexpected difficulties and ventures that one may face when pursuing their dreams, but Kon ultimately decided to frame her pursuit as something more uplifting. And the comparisons don't even end there though, as Chiyoko's journey also becomes more and more dreamlike throughout the film, as it interweaves classical movies from Japan such as Kurosawa's Throne of Blood, Ran, Yojimbo, and even the real-life events of famed actress Setsuko Hara, once again blurring the line between what is real and what is not, just like in Mulholland Drive. This film may not be a full-on romance, but it's still one of the best love letters to Japanese cinema that I've ever seen. One that perfectly encapsulates the joy and whimsicality of chasing one's dreams. Ultimately, however, just like every dream, We all have to wake up at some point. In the culmination of both our heroine stories, both of them basically reach the same kind of acceptance, but in drastically different ways. Diane eventually couldn't handle the guilt and regret anymore, hence her tragic ending, while Chiyoko would also meet her own in the present, after never meeting the mysterious painter once again. Throughout these two films, we witness the effect of obsessing over one's dreams with both our main characters. But what separates them is how their directors chose to depict the two sides of this type of obsession. Lynch showcases the negative aspect of obsession that leads to a person being chained to their own mind, while on the flip side, Cohn chose to depict a more hopeful outlook on obsession and how it can propel us to succeed in other ventures in our lives. Both Diane and Chiyoko had sacrificed their lives for their dreams, but thanks to that commitment, Chiyoko has managed to overcome countless obstacles, excel in her profession, and leave behind a legacy to be remembered for almost a millennia, just like the many films paid homage to. While Diane, unfortunately, barely started her life at all, never letting go of the dream life she envisioned, and instead became yet another blip amidst the city of stars.